indicators. Okay. Strong acid, weak acid we have discussed. Yes or no? Check it. If not, please note it down. What are strong acids and weak acids? Those acids that completely dissociate their extra signs are called. Is the screen is visible to you? No, it's not.
So it is visible.
Okay. So please note it down that what are acids? Strong acids. Those acids that completely dissociate their extra signs are called strong acids. And those partially dissociate are called. And those partially dissociate are called. Those that completely dissociate are called strong acids, and then weakly dissociate are called. Yeah, partially dissociate are called weak acids. Okay, please note it down fast. Done.
No, sir.
Okay. Now moving to the next part is everyone noted. So let's talk about the acid-base indicators. What are
Yeah,
acid-base indicators?
I didn't complete it.
We didn't complete it. Note it down fast. Note it down fast.
Sir, done.
Okay. Okay. So let you please start that what are actually acid-base indicators? Do you think that what are acid-base indicators? Anyone in the class can answer me this question? That what is acid-base indicator? What is acid-base indicator? What do you mean by the indication? Indication means that indicates something. Okay, जिससे हम पता लगा सके कोई सी चीज. Okay, that tells you, that prove you, that is called indicator. So anything that if you are adding in acid and basic solution and it is changing its color or smell something like, okay, we called it acid base indicator. What we called it? We called it acid base indicator. Like for example, if I'm talking, okay, uh, if I'm taking the examples of phenolphthalein, okay, okay, phenolphthalein. The phenolphthalein is actually, if I'm talking, phenolphthalein is pink color liquid, pink color substance, okay, and it is pink color substance. Got it? When you add it to acids, it become colorless. And when you add this phenolphthalein to base, then it remain pink or purple, we can say. But in acidic medium, it changes its color to color. Same. If I'm talking, just a minute. If I'm talking about litmus, litmus, litmus. So litmus is actually it is purple color dye. Okay. And when you turn this, when you add to acidic medium, then it turns to red. Then, and when you add it to basic medium, then it turns to blue. Okay. So note down the definition for acid base indicators. Those substance that changes their color, smell, or odor in acidic or basic medium. When you're done, please let me know. Okay. Ritika, are you there in the class? Ritika and other students?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
If possible, please turn on your computer.
Yes, sir, 1 second.
The graph today,
What are you saying?
the as indicators names also have to write.
Those substance that changes their color or odor, smell, when added to acidic or basic medium are called acid base indicators. So there is first indicator in the litmus, second one is methyl orange, and third one is phenolphthalein. Done. Don't write how do acid base indicator. Don't write this. Or you can write. Sometime it may ask you that acid base indicators are either weak acid with itself. They are either weak acids or weak base. So they may ask you only this, that acid base, the nature of acid base indicators are, so itself acid base indicator are itself either weak acid or weak base.
I'm done.
Okay. Others still writing?
Yes, done, sir.
Third one.
Okay. Let you write it down this one. Olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? What are olfactory indicators? Note it down. Those indicators that change their smell either in acidic or basic medium are called olfactory indicators. Okay, change their smell. Audible to you? Is I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please note it down this one fast. That what are olfactory indicators? Let me explain you that. Olfactory indicators are the indicators, okay, that changes their smell or color when added to acidic or basic medium. We call them olfactory indicators. So the word olfactory itself means that changing smell. Olfactory, it is related with the related to smell. Okay, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
One thing. Okay. Moreover, there are some natural indicators are also there. Like for example, red cabbage and turmeric and litmus. They changes their smell when added to acidic or basic medium. So they are also called indicators, olfactory indicators. So please note it down in fast. Okay. Genesis को लिखो.
Done, sir.
Okay, noted everyone.
So we have to write the physical one also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to write that one also. The physical properties of acids. What are the physical properties of acid that you have already been studying since 8th standard also? That acids are the substance that changes their color. Sorry, it means simply we say that I have already told you that what are acids on the basis of H plus ion concentrations. Okay, that acids are those substances that dissociate their H plus ions in water. But that was the chemical properties of an acid. Okay, for every acid, if it is added to water, then it must change its color. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Got it?
So what is after R?
And it is after R. Where it is?
They are.
They are sour in taste. Sour means खट्टे होते हैं. जैसे lemon होता है ना, lemon is acidic. Okay, so
Okay,
every
sir.
substance that is going to have some sour taste, that is going to have acid in it, and moreover they changes blue litmus to red. That is very popular. Okay, you might not get confused with that word. That red for R for red, and when we are adding acid to uh, or blue litmus, then it changes its color to red. Okay, and it is corrosive in nature that you've been studying and conduct electricity. Can you tell me that why they conduct electricity? Why do they conduct electricity? Can you tell me? Anybody?
Because they have explosions.
Yeah, because when they are added to water in aqueous solutions, they dissociate their H plus ions. And I have told you that due to ionizations, they are able to conduct electricity. Okay, so ions are the charge carrier. They are responsible for transferring the electricity in aqueous medium. Okay, note it down fast.
So done.
Okay, okay, everybody, you others also have you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, this is very important that I have already discussed with you that there are some natural substances that are going to have some acid in them. Okay. And this is the very much popularly being asked for 1 mark MCQs. So you have to note it down that the citrus fruits like oranges, lemon, they are going to have citric acid, vinegar is very popularly being asked. It is going to have ethanoic acid and like oxalic acid is present in tomatoes. Okay. And moreover, the gastric juice. Uh, that gastric juice means gastric. Whenever I'm talking uh, gastric related to, it is related to stomach. So gastric juice means stomach specially is going to that is very popularly being present there. Okay, and moreover, the sting of bee is going to have methanoic acid. Okay, methanoic acid, and the nettle plant also, and its remedy is also being written here. That its remedy is that when we are injected with some acid, then what would happen? Then we need to neutralize it by adding some base. And you know that the basic substance, like we can use uh, calcium carbonate, we can use a mild base like baking soda. Okay, so they can be used by magnesium hydroxide. This is also weak base that is being present in the ENO to treat with. Okay, so this one, and moreover, the curd is very popularly being known for lactic acid. Okay, so for lactic acid and grapes. Okay,
So what is for grapes?
for grapes it is tartaric acid. Tartaric acid. Tartaric acids, and moreover yellow webs that you have already been seen, that is not like similar to, it is similar to the ant, sorry, honeybee, but it is going to have, it is not having uh, methanoic acid in when it inject, it is having base. So whenever this type of substance is going to cut, or sorry, when it bites someone, then we have to neutralize it by using acid, mild acid, like lemon juice or something else. Okay. So whenever honeybee bite us, then we use basic substance. But whenever this yellow one cut us or bite us, then we use what we use. We need to neutralize it by using some mild acid like lemon juice. Okay. So is that clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Clear, everyone. So please note it down.
Sir,
So other students also, have you noted that one? Have you noted this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So note it down. Now you know that there's some questions comes in examination that why do dilutions of acids? Okay. When we are diluting an acid, you know that ionization take place, H plus ion concentration take place, and like in the conductors, okay, free electrons are responsible for the conductions of electricity. Okay, got it? Free electrons are responsible for the conductions of electricity. Similarly, in an electrolyte, the electrolyte is this one. Like for example, if we are adding a liquid something, okay, we call it electrolyte. Means like for example, if I am having this jar and I added HCl to it, so it become electrolyte. What we like for example, if I'm added having pure water and I added copper sulfate to it, then it dissociate into Q2 positive and SO4 negative. Then it is we called it electrolyte. What we called it electrolyte. So in electrolytes, ions are responsible. In electrolyte needs free ions for the conduction. Free ions for the conduction of electrons. Okay. So they so that's why we called it that why do distilled water do not conduct electricity? Because distilled water does not have free ions. Okay. Water to dissociate H plus ions into OH negative ion, but this dilution is not so much strong that it is finite to conduct electricity. So what we need high concentration. So when we add acid to the water, pure water, then it starts conducting electricity. So most importantly, that why the question is going to come that why do distilled water conduct electricity? Why does rainwater? Sorry, why do distilled water do not conduct electricity while whereas rainwater does? So simple because you know that whenever rain is going to take place, then it is added with some sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxides, resulting in the formation of sulfuric acids. Okay, so like sulfur dioxide react with water, it forms sulfurous acid. Okay, like when carbon dioxide react with water, it forms carbonic acid. And these ions are responsible for the conduction of electricity. As you know that whenever they are added to water, they will dissociate the restless and stress is responsible. Okay. So you done? समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt that why do distilled water conduct electricity? Sorry, distilled water do not conduct electricity, whereas this conduct electricity, rainwater does.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
please note it down. Note it down fast. Make the proper notes. I will check it after the class is going to, because you buddies are going to turn off your camera today. Okay, so I'm allowing you, but I need to check your notes whether you are maintaining it or not. So when you done, please let me know. When you done, please let me know, dear students. Okay.
Okay.
When you done, please let me know. टेकिंग मच टाइम भाई, इतना टाइम थोड़ी लगता है, जल्दी लिखो। Electrolytes are responsible for the conduction of electricity. Sorry, ions are responsible for the conduction of electricity in electrolyte. Okay, electrolyte means liquid liquid solution that can conduct electricity. That is called electrolyte. Any solution that can conduct electricity is called electrolyte. Like ethanol cannot conduct electricity, petrol cannot conduct electricity because they do not dissociate their ions. They do not produce their ions. So that's why we'll say that they are not electrolytes. Electrolytes are those substances that can conduct electricity, that can produce ions when added to liquids.
So done.
So let's other students you also done noted.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Next is dilutions of acids. Okay. This is very important to understand and much better way. Okay, ये बहुत जरूरी है आपको अच्छे से समझना. Okay. Okay, चलो समझते हैं. देखो एक्चुअल में अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि आप अगर समुद्र में गए and on the beaches you will find that on the dry day the sand will have high temperature as compared to the water, but during the night times if you went to that same beach you will find that the water is still warm but the sand is not. What is that? That is called specific heat capacity. What is specific heat capacity? Let me explain. Specific heat capacity is the amount of heat that is being required to specific heat capacity is the amount of heat that is being required to change, sorry, to rise 1 degree temperature of any substance. To rise 1 degree temperature of any substance. Like for example, you have water. You start heating water. Let this water is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, and another one is sulfuric acid. Both are in equal amount. Like this is 1 liter, this is also 1 liter, and this is also 25 degrees Celsius. You will find that if you rise 1 degree temperature of water, it will take 3.5 times more heat than the H2SO4, sulfuric acid. So acid like this sand can easily get warm at low amount. When low amount of heat is given to sand, it get warmer faster as compared to the same for the water. So if you rise 1 degree temperature of water, whatever the amount of heat it is being required, that will take, or if I'm taking, like for example, this is H2SO4, you rise 1 degree temperature of this one from 25 to 26, then let's suppose is it takes 100 joule energy, let's suppose. So then the same, this will take 350 joule energy. Okay. Now when we are, you know that acid base indicate acid base are exothermic reactions. Sorry, dilution of acid is an exothermic. Dilution of acid. Exothermic reaction. So if I'm talking that it is an exothermic reaction. Okay. If I'm talking that it is an exothermic reaction. Got it? Now, when we are adding, this is water, and now water is this, now you are adding acid to it, that you are adding acid to it. Now, you know, at the bottom is water. So the amount of heat required or produced here, it will be absorbed by the water this time, because water is acting as an absorbent, right? But here, if you add, let's suppose you take acid here and you are adding water. Now acid is the absorber. Now suppose 1000 joule energy is produced for both the cases. Now you know that this, if if for an acid, if you are adding acid to the water and it rise 4 degree temperature, then the same, if you are adding water to acid, then it will rise 3.5 times of that. The same amount of heat will, so it will be 4 3 the 12, 12.5. Let it rise 10 degree temperature, then it will rise 35 degrees Celsius. So we'll simply say that since the dilution of acid is an exothermic reaction, and when we are adding acid to water, it is acceptable because water specific heat capacity is more. Water can absorb more heat. समझ आया? Water can absorb
Yes, sir.
more heat because water is a good heat absorber. Large amount of heat is required to rise 1 degree temperature. Same, if you are adding acid, sorry, water to acid, then acid is this time the absorber, and acid is not a good absorber of heat. For a small amount of heat, it rise more temperature. Got it? So that's why when we are diluting in acids, it is recommended that acid must be added to water, but not water to acid. So please try to note it down and try to understand this concept, that why dilution. Let me explain you first, then you have to start writing. While diluting in acids, why it is recommended that acid must be added to water, means acid should be added to water. Water is the absorber, but not water to acid. When you are adding water to acid, then acid is the absorber, heat absorber. And when you are adding acid to water, then water is the absorber. Now, it is a dilution of acid in the exothermic process. When heat is added to an acid, then large amount of heat is produced, which may result in splash. Splash means एकदम से heat produce होगी, एकदम से बाहर आ सकता है, okay? Or breaking of flask. Whereas when acid is added to water, means what acid is adding to water, it may not be so exothermic. It is not so exothermic. Reason? The specific heat capacity. What is specific heat capacity? I told you that the amount of heat required to rise 1 degree temperature. So if you are rising the 1 degree temperature of water and 1 degree temperature of sulfuric acid, so the 3.5 times more heat will be required to rise 1 degree temperature of water uh, than the acids. Means water can absorb more heat as comparison, and water can absorb more heat, require more heat to rise temperature. So the more heat is produced, then it will be absorbed by the water. Water will not let to rise the temperature. The specific heat capacity of water is 3 to 4 times more. Means water requires 3 to 4 times more heat to rise 1 degree temperature than the concentrated sulfuric acid. So water will absorb more heat as comparison to acid, and thus prevent rising in temperature of the beaker. Please note it down fast. Noted. Still writing. Noted.
I think so.
Noted down, please.
Still writing.
Okay, okay.
You're done.
Sir,
Okay. So what could be the answer for this question? Can you answer me? What could be the answer for this question? All the three.
so I should write down this.
No, no, you need to answer me this question. You need to answer me this question. Answer it fast.
One and four, sir.
Hmm? So what happens when a solution of acid is mixed with the solution of base? First of all,
Option D.
acid base neutralization reaction is exothermic reaction. We have discussed this one. The temperature of the solution will increase. Yes. And second, salt formation, because acid and base when take react, they form solid. Okay. So option D, 1 and 4 is the correct option. Very good, shabash. Next, in an aqueous solution, red litmus, in an aqueous solution, turns red litmus to blue. Blue means base. Okay. Means when it is changing from blue to red, then it is acid. Then red to blue, then it is base. Got it? समझ आया?
Yes.
B for blue, B for base.
Yes.
Now, excess of addition of what you can add excess of thing, then that can change, that can reverse this process. Means again it will change it to acid. Can you answer me? What is that
Option
thing? Option
D, hydrochloric.
D, hydrochloric acid. It's saying hydrochloric acid. Yeah, hydrochloric acid. Others are like baking powder is base, lime is actually calcium oxide. That lime. Don't think the lime is lemon. No, we call it lime. Lime in chemistry is actually calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is metal oxide, and metal oxide will learn that it is basic in nature when we learn the chemical properties. Okay, got it. Next one, ammonium
Yeah.
hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide.
Yes.
Hmm? Is it also acidic?
No, it's basic.
Yes, ammonium hydroxide is basic in nature. Okay, and acidic. So acid will add as hydrochloric acid. Now next one, which of following can be used as acid base indicator by the visually impaired students? Visually impaired means
Turmeric.
vanilla essence.
Vanilla.
No, vanilla essence is the correct, because vanilla is the olfactory indicator. Na? Turmeric is natural indicator that changes color to reddish brown in base. Okay, but it cannot be used. It is visible. It cannot produce smell. So visually impaired means the person who cannot see, who don't have eyes, whose eyes are not working. Okay, so he will use only olfactory indicators. Na, understood?
Yes, sir.
Note it down. Answer me these questions. Answer me. बताइए, अभी आपने पढ़ा था, बताइए लैक्टिक एसिड किस में प्रेजेंट होता है, which substance lactic acid is present?
Curd.
Hard. And acetic acid?
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Oxalic acid?
Huh?
Tomato.
Oxalic acid?
Tomato.
Tomatoes. Yes, it is correct. And last one, citric acid?
Lemon.
Lemon.
Okay. Name an acid which is present in the end thing and give its chemical formula. What is its chemical formula and what is, can you answer me? What is its chemical formula? It is HCOOH. Note it down. HCOOH. HCOOH. It is methanoic acid or formic acid. We call it methanoic acid and formic acid both.
Certain.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next is, while diluting in acids, why it is recommended then acid must be added to water. You will be able to answer this question properly. You have noted?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, name an acid that we have done. Uh, so that is methanoic acid that we have also done. And how can we get relief from that one? That is simple. That by adding by rubbing some mild base, like mild base, like toothpaste is also basic in nature. Like toothpaste. Okay, so we can get relief from it by using mild base. Okay, got it? समझ आया?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Which of the following
Yes,
actions?
sir.
Which of the following actions of the following litmus paper बताइए? ड्राई एसिड पर लिटोस तो फिर कैसे हो जाएगा? कलर, इट्स कलर विल बी, बोलिए, इट्स कलर विल बी
No change, sir.
रेड, रेड, एचसीएल में रेड होगा ना? HCl
Sir,
dry,
but
sorry,
dry
sorry. Yeah, it is dry HCl gas. No. Then it will not change. I have told you because, okay, I have told you that dry HCl gas does not change. Why? Because there is no H plus ion concentration is there. Na? H plus ions are responsible for the production for the acidic property, na? And H plus ion take place in water. So water is there, na? So it is saying dry. So on dry litmus paper, dry HCl gas will have no effect. Okay. Moistened ammonia gas. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? I have in the previous class I discussed that why do ammonia does not contain any OH negative ion split is characterized this, because you know that ammonia when added to water moisten, then it will absorb the H plus ions of water and form NH4 positive and OH minus. Actually, it is forming ammonium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide is base, so it will change blue. समझ आया? It will change to blue. Lemon juice acidic होता है. Carbonated soft drinks
Sir,
are also yes, yes,
sir, can I leave the
yes.
class? I have test.
Just a minute. अभी leave कर. Carbonated soft drink is also CO2 when added to water. It will give you H2CO3. समझ आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
While diluting acids, why it is recommended that acid should be added to water but not water to acid? So that we have discussed. Soap solution basic होता है. Curd आपने बता दिया. Soft drinks I have told you that soft drinks are acidic in nature. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's all for today. Okay. We'll give you some homework on this topic. You have to do that now. Okay. So that's all. Ritika, you understand? Everyone, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Last take care. Hello everyone. How are you? I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
So what we were discussing in the previous class. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes so that the student will also then we shall be going to start. Okay. We'll give you extra time. Don't worry.